How do you guys deal with a chapter of your life being over with? This is not an easy question to answer, nor will it be the same for everyone. I like to think of life as a book. When you reach the end of a big chapter, while you will be sad you reached a conclusion, you'll be more filled with excitement for what is to come. Life can be the same way. It's okay to be happy about what you had, and it's okay to be sad that you have to leave it behind. But choose to also look toward the future with hope. Wow. You sound like myself, 12 years ago. I grew up in Chicago but moved to LA for college. Loved it. Stayed for 7+ years but happened to graduate into the 2008 recession. So, upon finally entirely running out of money and options, had to leave LA for Chicago. Lived with my best friend, then. He decided to abandon with me, and do a crazy cross-country trip together. I asked him exactly this: how do I deal with this part being over? He said, it's just the end of this chapter. The next one will be better. Took a while but it was true in the end. Chin up, my man. You got this. These Ask Men questions been hittin'. Enjoy the current chapter as much as you can. It too will someday be a chapter you will look back in nostalgia. By viewing it as seasons of life. This has been a major problem for me, to the point where I would feel nostalgia for the present. It was a nauseating homesick feeling for something I was currently experiencing. Relationships, high school, living with parents, routines with friend group, gyms I trained at, jobs. Everything that became routine started to become part of my identity, and I would often think about when the last time I'd ever go there would be, and I'd feel grief. For some reason, viewing everything as a season and life circumstances as the weather made it much easier to go with the flow. I still tend to dwell on happier times and feel shitty, but I've been through this cycle before. Life's circumstance change greater than sad about what I lost, left behind greater than get accustomed to new life circumstances greater than things get better than ever, greater than things change greater than sad greater than rinse, repeat. And #X200B. I moved and got out of a long relationship this year, I feel you. It's a normal feeling. Just accept what is and look forward. Being a veteran, I had to do many moves. For me, the key was to find out what's good in the area and try it out. My first station was in the Northwest. Skiing was the thing to do there. I took a free lesson and got into it. There was always someone going up to the slopes each weekend, so I joined them. The ride up and back was a great way to get to know them. During the summer, it was hunting, fishing, and camping. Same thing. I built up new good memories, and before I knew it, it was time to move again and I had to start all over. That's military life for you. Again, find out what the locals like to do and check it out. Don't be afraid to let people know that you're a beginner and you will probably suck and will need help. There are a few holes out there, will help you out and show you the ropes. Good luck and have a grand adventure. A chapter of your life will usually consume about 3 to 5 years of your life. We are trained to progress in this way. Even since we are born, years 1 to 4 are generally your toddler years. 4 to 8 is generally considered your childhood years. 8 to 12 is your preteen years. 12 to 16 is your teenage years. 16 to 20 is generally entering young adulthood. 20 to 24 is officially young adulthood. And so on. Even school is set up in this way. College is 4 years. High school is 4 years. Middle school is usually 3. So knowing this, you can expect every 5 or so years you will make a drastic change in your life, or some huge life event will occur. You will feel nostalgic and lost during the transitional years of your life, but that is expected. I can empathize with you, that much feels lost, but that is only because there is so much to gain. Your brain is making room for change during the transitional years. Now it is up to you to fill that cup once again using what you've learned from your previous chapters. My policy is to always move forward. When that chapter of my life closed, and that feeling came, I made the decision to go back rather than move forward. Going back was my moving forward. Going back and continuing that life was my new direction in life. I wasn't going to leave it behind and regret it. That was 28 years ago and I am still here, married, a beautiful toddler, a dog, a flat of our own. I almost left it behind, but I didn't. I will never regret this decision on my deathbed. I have experienced this exact same situation 4 different times in my life. Yes, 4 times. All 4 of them against what I wanted. It's one of the hardest things in life. One of them especially entirely changed the course of my life for the worse at a very young age, which resulted in years of depression and wondering what could have been. My only advice is to focus on yourself and work tirelessly to achieve whatever goals you have. I take these situations as a sort of challenge from life, as if the world is against me, to drive me to want to get ahead of the situation even harder. Think of what you want your life to be in the next 5 years and work like a dog towards achieving that, whatever it may be. You get used to your new life after a while and think back on the good old days while laying awake in bed at 3 a.m. on the one night every 6 months that you can't sleep.